Everybody. This is Linda. Welcome back to Hands That Cook. And if you're new, welcome. Pull up a chair. We're going to get started with this simple side dish recipe. Now, I bought 2 baking potatoes, and I've already sliced them. And what I did to keep from slicing all the way through, although I almost did a couple of times, I put a spoon alongside so that my knife would stop when it hit the wooden spoon. So, and it's, the recipe said to put it in a, this is microwavable, this is a microwave recipe. Put it in a bowl that just fits the size of the potatoes. And I got one of these little paper bowls, and guess what? They fit. So we're going to get started. Well, you can do this, and I wasn't going to do it, but I've decided that I will. So I got to get some butter, and we're just having a real simple dinner tonight. We're not having anything special. It's hot. It's hot here. It's hot everywhere. So I don't want to heat the kitchen up real bad, and so it's just going to be a simple thing, just really simple. Okay, this is just a couple of teaspoons of butter that I just melted in the microwave. There we go. And I'm going to put one of the potatoes in the bowl. And I'm going to try to, just separate it a little bit. Well, I guess I didn't get down in there. Yeah, I went through this one. That's okay, though. See right there. Well, I'm going to start pouring a little bit of this butter into some of the cracks. You probably should use something that's got a spout on it. It'll make it easier. And it's just Sam and I here, so I'm only doing 2 potatoes. But I washed them and peeled them and then cut them in these little, I don't know, about 1/4 inch slices, I'd say. And what I'm going to do is show you all one, and then I'll do the other one off camera. And I think that's enough butter. So I've got my butter on there. Now, you can either use fresh herbs or dried, and I didn't buy any herbs this year. But this is Italian seasoning. You can use fresh if you like, but thyme and parsley, chives, which I've got some fresh chives. And I'm just going to put those on the top. well, what'll stay up there. And now this at this time would go in the microwave. So before I get on with the further instructions, I'm going to go ahead and cut you off. There's more to be added, but right now this is all that's going on those potatoes. Is the butter that I tried my best to get between the slices, the fresh herbs, and these are spring onions or green onions, whatever you want to call them. And we're going to put them in the microwave for 10 minutes, and then we'll be back. All right. I got a 1250 watt oven, so 10 minutes was really enough. I'm going to put just a little bit of salt, not a whole lot. A little bit of salt. A little bit of pepper won't come out. Whoops, sorry about that, guys. A little bit of pepper. Alright. Some Parmesan cheese. And you know, I had an idea, a thought, while I was doing this. And if you wait till they get soft like this, I'd kind of halfway mash them. And then put all this stuff on there and just serve it like a regular potato. That's Parmesan cheese. This is some shredded cheese that I'm going to put on there. And it's going back in the microwave for 3 to 5 minutes. And then we'll be back again. Everything's done. The potato, I had some of the Parmesan and regular cheese and some of the herbs left. So after I put this back in the microwave for 3 minutes and brought it out, I let it rest. I poured the rest of it on there. And when you put it in the first time, the potato, for 10 minutes, you have to turn it. You know, turn your bowl after about 5 minutes. But this is our tomato salad with the Parmesan, creamy Parmesan dressing, and of course cornbread, and a green onion. So Sam is going to test out.
Primarily the potato, right?
Yeah, if I can find him. There he is.
You know, this reminds me of when I was a farmer. Eating this kind of food.
Really? I didn't know you ever farmed.
That's good.
You may need a little salt and pepper on it, but you may not. You know.
No, it's delicious, and that's just like a loaded potato somewhere. It's got everything on it. Got a good crust on it. I guess that's the cheese. Delicious potato.
Alright.
It's very delicious.
How do you like the tomato with the creamy Parmesan dressing? Try that.
Okay.
Now that dressing, y'all, was just in a bottle. So if you want to just have a simple tomato salad, try that.
Very good. That dressing's delicious. Perfect for summertime. Perfect.
Yeah, it's not too much.
It's cool and, yeah, refreshing. Delicious. Well, let me finish my little story. This is not so much a joke, it's just a story. So I had a farm, and I had a mule, and he got sick. Well, my friend Bob on the adjoining farm, And I remember that he had a mule that got sick here a while back. So I said, well, I'm going over and ask Bob what he did for his mule. So I went over there and I said, Bob, yes, Sam. I said, didn't you have a mule that got sick here a while back? He said, I sure did. I said, well, what'd you do for him? He said, I gave mine turpentine. Well, I went back and gave my mule turpentine. 2 days later, he died. So I went back to see old Bob. I said, Bob, I gave my mule turpentine, he died. Bob said, so did mine. But he was a sign, old Bob.
Is that the end of the story?
That's the end of that one. I'll do better next time. I've been a little under the weather.
Yeah, it's been awfully hot.
Ooh, goodness.
Well, I hope you try this potato. And like I said, I'd go ahead and slice it, and then when it got soft, I'd mash it down some and then put all this, the butter and the herbs and the 2 different cheeses and a little salt and pepper on it. I just think it would be easier.
It reminds me of a loaded potato at a steakhouse. That's what it reminds me. Very, very good. And I like the crusty, the cheese, little crust it made.
Thank you for coming in today and spending a little bit of your day with me. I always appreciate it. Until next time, you all take care and God bless.